Hi, my name is EJ Massa. I went on vacation last year and I wanted to bring my pit barrel cooker junior with me, but alas, I was going in my little sedan and it just didn't fit. I had to bring luggage and clothes. Here was my thought. You just buy clothes when you get there, and then when you're all done, you burn them in the barrel. Sure, I have all those portable grills that Air Joe sent me, but I ain't bringing those. I love my family. I wouldn't do that to them. Luckily, at the end of the season, I found a Weber Jumbo Joe at Target, discounted all the way down to 20 bucks. So I snagged it up. And then I remember that Dave from S&S Grills sent me a Slow and Sear charcoal basket, which fits perfectly in the Jumbo Joe, so I thought, hey, I should try them out together. And that's what this video is about. Hence, the title and the thumbnail, YouTube, making content. Here's the box, and I'm unboxing it. Are unboxing videos still popular? It took me roughly 15 minutes to assemble the grill. It was a pretty smooth process and, I'm a complete idiot. To give you a feel for the size, here's a banana for scale. Here's a Weber Summit charcoal grill and a red Weber kettle for scale. Here's an alcoholic for scale. Whiskey. You can lock the lid in place and pick it up. It's definitely big for a portable grill and it's got a little heft to it. So I wouldn't bring it hiking, but it's perfect for tailgating or bringing to a campground that you drive up to, or having it be your main grill at your rental cottage. I like the 18-inch diameter cooking space, I like that it's well constructed, and I don't feel like I'm sacrificing the experience for portability. As for the Slow and Sear charcoal basket, it's also well constructed. Feels like a similar material to Weber charcoal baskets, but much bigger. In fact, it basically takes up half the grilling space, so keep that in mind with your 2-zone cooking needs. Here's a size comparison to the Weber charcoal baskets, and you can fit way more charcoal in it. You'll also notice that the Slow and Sear basket has sloped walls, and the Weber basket has straight up and down non-sloped walls. S&S Grills claims that these sloped walls encourage the fuel to nestle down together and burn more evenly as the fuel burns down. But look, I'm no science man, so I don't know if that's true. I'm just gonna take their word for it. Before I cook the meat, I want to do an experiment. I want to see how long this combination smokes at around 225 degrees Fahrenheit with a full Slow and Sear basket of charcoal. I put in about 15 pieces of charcoal into a small Weber chimney and lit up a wax cube to get the thing going. The charcoal I'm using for this video is this Embers charcoal briquettes, which is just what was on sale at Home Depot. I have a suspicion it's actually Royal Oak briquettes under a different name because they look similar. They have those speed holes in them. Makes them go faster.
These are speed holes. They make the car go faster.
Oh yeah, speed holes.
Put the lit charcoal in the corner of the basket, then filled the rest up with unlit charcoal. Put on the grate and the temperature probe, close the lid, close the top and bottom vents to about 1/4 open or so, and let it come up to temperature. It settled into the temp fairly quickly, and I set a stopwatch to time how long it would run. 3 hours in and the temp rose a bit, but it's still going strong. And finally, by 6 hours and 20 minutes in, the temp finally started to dip below 200 degrees Fahrenheit. I was really impressed with how long it went without adding any charcoal, and next to no vent fiddling. I opened it up and look, there's still a little fuel left, so if I wanted this to keep going, I could just add more. Of course, once you put meat in it, in a real life cooking situation, it adds all these variables, so I'm sure the cooking time will be much less. Also, there was no wind, the temperature was above freezing, and the humidity was good, so it was basically the ideal circumstances. It's kind of like those physics problems in high school where they're like, calculate how long it's going to take this ball to roll down the hill, but ignore friction and wind resistance. It's just to give me a feel for what it can do. Great thing about cleanup on the portable grill is you can just pick it up and dump the ashes out. Although I do love using these whooshy things on the bigger Weber grills to clean ash. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Let's add some meat in there. And as is tradition, when I test out a product, I like to cook baby back ribs. I know, I'm obsessed. You could even say I'm a baby back maniac. Yeah, that's my logo and everything.
Excuse me.
Oh, hey, Justin. How are you?
Yeah, nothing much, thanks. So here's the thing. You're using my logo.
I don't think so.
No, really. I mean, it's right here.
That's probably a coincidence, but for you, Justin, I'll change it. How about this? You could even say, I'm a baby back enthusiast to the point of insanity. Is that better?
EJ, the font.
Okay, fine. How about that?
That's great. You'll be hearing from my lawyer.
Thanks, Justin. Hey, what do you think Baby Back Maniac's lawyer's called? The ambulance chaser?
I'm still here. Identity theft is not a joke, EJ. Millions of families suffer
Anyways,
every
like I said, I'm making ribs. I picked up some all-natural Smithfield ones from Walmart, which I've had some good success with. Remove the membrane in the back, cut them in half to more easily fit into the Jumbo Joe, and season them with my all-purpose rub and Meathead's Memphis Dust Rub, which is one of my favorite rubs to use on ribs. The recipe for both rubs is in the description below. I'm not sure if this is completely necessary, but I'm using one of these rib racks, mostly so I can squeeze in that temperature probe there. I slid the ribs in, and I placed a piece of hickory in there. Close the lid, and you can see from the vent holes that the meat almost touches the lid. Not quite, but almost. And man, it's smoking great. Nice, wispy blue smoke. I had to open the vents slightly more, maybe half on the top and a fourth on the bottom, but that makes sense because one, it's a colder day, and now I'm actually cooking meat. I maintained around 250 degrees Fahrenheit. An hour in and the ribs look good. I decided to rotate them, but oh my goodness. Oh, that was almost a disaster. That would have been really sad if that fell on the ground. Anyways, I rotated them to make sure they cooked evenly. 30 minutes later, a total of an hour and a half. The color looks good, so I'm gonna take these off and wrap them. No need for this rib rack anymore. I'm wrapping both rib halves in the same packet and adding a little bit of apple juice in there as a braising liquid, making sure it's tightly wrapped with little air in there. Place the packet in the Jumbo Joe and put the lid back on. I open the vent slightly more to get the temp up to 350 degrees Fahrenheit so I can get these ribs tender faster. The control was really good. I felt like I could raise and lower the temps with little fussing of the vents. Just adjust the vents a little bit and the Jumbo Joe does what I command. It's more obedient than the clay golem I created to complete my despicable tasks. Why don't you call no more, clay golem? Another hour and it's time to check the packet. Look tender enough for me, so it's time to sauce them with some Sweet Baby Ray's. Painted them up good, smothered them in my favorite sauce. I know, some people are like, EJ Massa, that sauce, it's so basic. How come you're so basic? But you know what? I like what I like. I am what I am. Love is love. The sauce is the boss. And as you can see, both rib halves fit on this side, so that rib rack probably wasn't completely necessary. Let that caramelize for a bit, and applied another layer on these gorgeous looking ribs. With the glaze set, I took the ribs off as the sun falls below the horizon. Ah, beautiful. Boom, ribs. Cut them open. Boom, beautiful smoke ring. Why am I saying boom? Boom, taste test. Some baby back ribs made on a Jumbo Joe. How about that? These are perfect. The perfect amount of smoke, the perfect amount of tenderness. They come off the bone, but they're not mushy. So these are great. Probably the best ribs I've made in quite a while, actually. That worked so well, forget about using it on vacation. I'm gonna use it right here at my home to smoke a pork butt tomorrow. I'm very impressed with the Jumbo Joe and the Slow and Sear charcoal basket combination. Now you might think, 40 bucks for a charcoal basket? I have a mortgage to pay. I'm not gonna pay for that. And you know, I think it's a great tool, but maybe you're short on cash. You don't wanna spend 40 bucks on top of the Jumbo Joe's price tag. Some people have great success smoking by using a brick, you know, just putting it in there and banking all the charcoal to the side. So you could try that. That's it for now, and thank you to Justin, the real baby Back Maniac, for stopping by. Oh, look at all these grills he has. He has so many. I'm trying to catch up, but he's just so far ahead. He's got great reviews and a great sense of humor, which is obviously very important to me. Until next time, bye.